Welcome back to another episode of the Young Professionals Podcast. It is just about Turkey Day. Things are looking exciting. We have some great events coming up in the city. Make sure to check out MV Life. That's the app that you can download and look at all of the upcoming events. We have Santa's coming to town. You'll see Rudolph down there. We have the boutiques coming up. There's also the home holiday lighting contest. If you're going to decorate your house in Mission Viejo, make sure to enter. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, please feel free to reach out to the YouTube channel or to me. We started sponsors for $250, and that gets you posted on the winners board and the website and everything like that. Be a part of your community. It's great. Helps get us some baskets. We're going to do $500 baskets for all the winners. It's pretty crazy. It's going to be fun. And then we have the upcoming mixer on the 4th.
December 4th. I'm really looking forward to that.
That's going to be an absolute blast. Make sure to come out to that. It's going to be a hoot, absolute hoot. We also have some great young professional events coming up. Check out themeetup.com for any upcoming events. Let's kind of get into it, guys. We wanted to talk about what we're thankful for this holiday season. It's Thanksgiving. Who wants to start us off?
Yeah, I can get us going, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a pretty common one, but thankful for family. I'm in a spot where we're living close to family, even though, sister's a little bit farther away, not too far, San Diego. So, really just thankful being, so close with my family and just being able to work with them as well. Not everyone gets to work with their family, and I know it's kind of it's good and bad.
Yeah, not everyone's thankful for that.
No, thankfully it works out well. So,
yeah, your family seems pretty cool.
Yeah, we get along well, so...
Is she coming up for Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, no, our Thanksgiving is not traditional in the sense where San Diego's a huge transplant town, so all my sister's friends and stuff that don't have family to be that's local, awesome. They all come up. So I have some friends that sometimes come by if their families aren't local too, awesome. So we have I think we have 15, 18 people coming by for Thanksgiving this year. That's cool. Everyone brings a side. I cook up. I'm not a big fan of turkey. I know. So I cook up a tri-tip or a rump roast or something. Do a couple of those out on the barbecue, and so that Thanksgiving is always super fun. See some family, but more friends. So that's always nice to be able to do.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love the whole open it up to anybody that doesn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, well, so many people don't and stuff like that. So Thanksgiving is one of those things where I think I took for granted as a kid. I got to go see family, and I didn't really want to do it. But now it's such a blessing that I have such good family, so nearby. And we want to welcome out anyone else too that kind of maybe missing out on that to come up with us. So
that's absolutely
I've been doing that for a few years, and it's silly. Everyone just has a good old time.
Yeah, that's the best. That sounds a lot like my Thanksgiving too.
Yeah,
it's a fun time. What about you, Ian? What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Are you just having the family over?
Well, it's just me and my wife and the kids, 4 and a 6-year-old. So we make this great Thanksgiving feast. They're like, I don't like this.
And you eat it for 3 weeks afterwards?
Yeah. But what I did find out last time is those little rolls that you get with Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So that's the sandwich, right? And then you mix up some mashed potatoes, some steamed broccoli, because you got to get them to eat the vegetables, and gravy and some turkey, and then you put that inside of it, and they'll eat 4 or 5 of those.
So I assume Thanksgiving's one of your days where you do go for the meat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah, it's not something I crave. It's more the having the texture of something a little chewier in there. So that'll be fun.
He's off meat.
You guys should know that.
I'm an athlete.
Yeah, man.
I gotta stay healthy.
Rarely eats meat.
Most athletes eat meat.
Yeah, and the ones who don't are always ahead, because eating meat is an inflammatory food. So as soon as you eat it, your muscles get inflamed. Of course, you have some cheese with the meat, so your gut's acting up. So if you're a marathon runner, there's a pretty good chance that the person who won ate a plant-based diet at least while they were training.
Marathon runners and athletes, and our marathon runners are athletes, players. But it's just
weird. I don't know about football players. You see some of those guys' diets is like candy.
Yeah.
Those guys Some of those guys are just athletic monsters and can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, the predominant theory was that calories don't matter wherever they come from, so you just eat junk food because that's the highest calorie foods if you're an ultra marathon runner, for instance. But then they figured out Scott Jurek, who's the best ultra runner of all time, found his way into a plant-based diet.
Is that the guy that made the toe shoes?
I don't think so, because he's not
He's not
very
the barefoot
wealthy.
runner or whatever?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, he just figured out what he could eat to get better running, and then accidentally cut out those things.
See, I think because it's like it is for a certain thing, like plant-based diet for running. I think you see it like a lot of top athletes that. For stuff like powerlifting and strong lifting and stuff, I don't think it's as common there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think you have your guys, you have your outliers and things like that. But I think the vast majority of those athletes are eating a pretty meat-heavy diet to get their protein in.
I'm sure they are, but would you be surprised to know that the only U.S. person to win a gold medal in weightlifting at the Olympics was vegan?
I would be surprised, but...
Well, that happened.
Alrighty, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
one U.S. person to ever win the gold
No.
medal.
It was like in the last 10 years or something.
Okay, see the asterisks start coming out now. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna keep eating meat. This guy's crazy.
obviously, it's hard to get the right calories if you're trying to eat like 8,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
The real benefit for those types of weightlifters is that you can cut your recovery time in half.
By cutting out meat?
No, it's not cutting out the
Limiting
meat.
meat.
It's not by cutting something out. It's by eating a better diet.
So these guys start recovering doing twice as good. Like, I cut out meat, ignore the needle going in. It's all natural. Plant-based diet is why I'm putting
That's where we get into the weeds.
I can give you a literal case study that I've lived with before. My sister, been vegan for 10 plus years. She's currently now going through like osteoporosis. Her bones are too thin. She's never been...
Oreos and Coke is vegan. You can eat that every day.
This is one of the most health conscious individuals.
Obviously not if she has osteoporosis. Like, she must have not eaten a balanced
I
diet,
wouldn't insult
right?
my sister without knowing her. She's a very health conscious individual who looks after her diet very well, right? And she's been very. I don't like meat because I don't want to kill animals, and she's been that way since she was 8. Right, maybe she didn't eat the best for 2 years when she was 8 to 10 years old. But after
that was it, probably.
Okay. After that, she took very good care of herself. Very diligent about her health, trying to eat everything. She ate gallons of beans, dude, trying to hit her protein or whatever. And now she's dealing with.
Then she exploded.
Serious health issues because of the fact. I think personally because she was vegan. Right? She'll say no, but I'm same blood as her. Ate meat the whole time. 0 issues.
Let's test it for you. Vegan diet starting
God, no.
now. Let's see how long it takes you to get sick.
God, no. I would never, ever do that. As far as things that you're thankful for, though, Ian, what are you thankful for?
Broccoli and... No, I'm just kidding. I'm thankful for having a career where I actually get to see my family and make some money. Because there's a lot of people that have to go to work before the kids wake up. They get home after the kids go to bed, and there's no change in sight. And they're not even killing it. Like, they're just making ends meet, and that's really sad. So being able to come home when the kids come home from school is pretty cool. And then ironic when I come to this and they're like, you got to go to work again. You got no clue what work is.
Right, you guys have it nice.
Yeah. And then when I come to work, I'm actually doing something that I enjoy, that I'm good at, that's helping other people. Maybe not as much as a doctor or something like that, but, I've seen enough elderly people in my family go through money problems to know that is not fun. And so just being able to help people is pretty cool. And, see the family make some money.
Nice.
What about you, Danny?
I'm going to be going up to San Francisco for Thanksgiving. I'm going to fly out with my dad and my grandfather. We're going to go visit his family. He lives, they're from Bay Area. And go up there, going to fly in, going to go fishing with the cousins. Night 1. I need to catch a striper. I've never caught a striper before. I really want to catch one. So I'm going to go after some striper, hopefully. And then we got, Thursday's Thanksgiving. Going to do that with the family. Looking super forward to that. I don't get to see those guys that much, right? They're up there in the Bay, and so being able to go up there and visit them is really, really nice.
So you're not trying to get them snowed in this time?
Yeah, I was gonna say same
That's
family.
that's the SoCal family.
Okay,
That's my mom's side of the family. But it's it's gonna be real nice to be able to visit my dad's side and see everybody and have our Thanksgiving up there, and then gonna hang out with the cousins is always a great time. We're all coming of age and everyone's now fully adult, and so we're able to go and have some good times, and it's awesome. As far as like things I'm thankful for, it's family. It's just like everyone else said. Super grateful for the support system that I have that's available to me, and just being able to also the career, right? Dad worked so hard to be able to put me here so that I can do what I do now, right? I wouldn't be able to be in this career. I was listening to something about new money and old money today, and it's I'm still we're definitely new money. It's not. This is if I don't make it, we're back to zero money.
Yeah.
And but it's a great opportunity. And it's a great place to be in, to be able to very, very lucky and happy. And then I'm also super thankful for comedy. Super thankful. It's been a great light in my life for the past couple of years, being able to watch comedy and just kind of relax and not think about all the crazy other stuff that's going on in the world, or think about it just as a funny thing.
Right.
Be able
Who are your favorites right now?
Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he's funny.
Bill Burr.
Oh, he's my favorite.
Patrice O'Neill. These are guys. He's dead, but still top
classic.
If I had to say top 5, Shane, Bill, Patrice. 4 and 5 are up for grabs. Matt McCusker's last special was phenomenal. And then there's a bunch of great comedians out right now. I'm really loving Kill Tony too.
Okay,
I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, live show every Monday evening.
I'm a fan, honestly.
The
panel bothers me.
If you like who's on the panel, it's fun. You know what I mean? They're just out there having a silly good time, having a couple drinks, making fun of comedians that can't do it, and or can do it, right?
Bill Burr and Bo Burnham were on a panel. I'd watch that.
Oh, Bo.
Because they both just make fun of people relentlessly.
I think Bill's been on a panel. You should try to watch a Bill episode. It's good. But comedy's been awesome. And then another thing that is weird to say is people that I don't agree with, and comedy that I don't like. Very, very thankful for it. Hate it most of the time. But if you have to sit down and think about it, I gotta be thankful for it, because otherwise it'd be boring as hell.
Yeah.
And I'd be the one disagreeing with everybody. So it's good that there's other people out there that I don't agree with, and I just we just came through a very controversial election, right? And people are still very upset, and everyone has the right to be upset. Just don't be upset at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep telling people this is a game where you lose half the time, right? That you should get used to it, or you should be used to it by now.
Yeah, you should absolutely be used to it, right? Like it's no secret Biden was my favorite, right? And he came into office. I didn't say a word, bit my tongue. My mom's side's predominantly left, and so I didn't say a word, right?
Yeah.
Prior 4 years, mind you, they're screaming off the top of their lungs about crazy shiza that don't even matter. And literally just things that are just crazy that didn't affect them or whatever. They're just Trump was doing a little too many interviews or whatever. He didn't need to talk so much, but he's just freaking out my family members, and
I think he's gonna go for breaking his golfing record this term.
Whatever. I hope so.
Cheating.
No, just amount of rounds in.
Oh,
as the president.
Yeah, I hope he gets after it. I don't know.
I think paying too much attention to politics is a trap.
You're just gonna be unhappy.
Back in the day, you had gladiators. Hey, I know everyone's starving to death, but watch these guys kill some lions.
Exactly. It just so doesn't really matter. It does matter a lot, but it also who's your city council? Right. That matters 10 times more.
Let's vote. Let's talk about the the policies, but like, why are you yelling at me right now?
Yeah, let's have a simple civil discussion, and maybe it's not even simple. Let's have like a in-depth conversation about it, but let's just be civil. Let's be able to
What's
communicate.
depressing to me is that ever since I became an adult, I've just had the opinion that both sides are wrong and kind of dumb. And so it's like, which bad idea do I want them to try out and screw up? Or
I want
not
them
give
to do
enough time
anything.
to work.
Can't they just stop?
Which corrupt politician do I want to support this time? Which of their supporters are they going to be handing
Like, I'm gonna
out some money
support
to?
Amazon and
Right.
some other big companies because they're the ones that really run things.
Of course, right.
For better or worse.
Yeah, who's gonna screw you over the least? It's
Yeah.
kind of what you do.
They don't
And it's-
really, corporations don't have our best interests at heart, but they at least want us to have money so
Okay.
that we can give it to them.
Yeah. I understand. I think it was on the LinkedIn article or something. Luxury goods sales are down at like the lowest they've been since 2007, 2008. Another fun time for the economy.
And
so.
Walmart crushed its earnings. No, everyone's being very stingent with their money.
Yeah.
That's
we
what's
got a
happening. It's
big
holiday season.
For the stock market, big earnings call tomorrow.
Oh, NVIDIA?
NVIDIA, yeah. That'll, I mean,
They're suspecting a 12% swing either way.
Yeah.
well, yeah, their chips are going to have an issue, overheating issues.
Blackwell.
Mm-hmm. So that, it's such a big company. It's ripple effect. If they struggle, that's a lot of
Right.
people's
Well, they
portfolios
have
will start.
most of the market share.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they drop now,
It's just
the
a buying
facts haven't
opportunity.
changed.
Mhm.
That the demand is way up, and
Oh, they're so far
nobody
ahead.
else is going to be able to come in and make it because it's a secret.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And it's,
yeah.
when as AI just continues to explode, the more they're just going to get leaned on unless
Right.
someone else has some major breakthroughs. We'll see what happens, and just because I know that previous administrations were pretty adamant on wanting. I think it was Intel was getting some pretty large subsidies to put in Ohio-based manufacturing facility for some of these semiconductors. So we'll see what happens in that whole industry. But yeah. I mean, they are.
I think we're in for a wild time. Nothing's
Yeah.
real. Unless this is happening, nothing's real. What you guys see isn't real. This could all be AI right now.
Do
you even
know if we exist?
Almost there, right? But no, I mean, it'll be an interesting time too. I mean, I don't know how much, you guys probably aren't really allowed to talk too much about cryptocurrency and stuff like that. No, this administration will be an interesting time to see where all that goes.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, I think it's not, where it was at,
I think
92,000.
I'm still allowed to say it. I think it's going to be over 100K before the year.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't know
sure.
if I'm allowed to say that. It's not financial advice. It's not anything to do with finance. It's just my personal belief. I think it might hit over 100,000. Just because crypto is so.
Well, I mean,
I'm not allowed
Trump
to
is
talk
a
about
pretty
it
big
financially.
crypto guy,
So I don't know what I'm going to say. I shouldn't say anything. It's
You whisper it in my ear and then I megaphone it.
Trump said something to the crypto crowd. Harris did, right? He said, "I'm going to help support this. I want the U.S. to be the crypto mining of the world." That's what he said, right? What that's going to have as an effect on the current on cryptocurrencies in general,
Yeah.
you take that for
I
what
think
you think
people
it's
are
going
going to forget that there's already a department developing a government cryptocurrency.
It's already out, USDC or whatever.
No, I was actually talking to somebody about that today. But no, I mean, Biden's administration actually did start working on that. They just didn't talk about it. So it's not anything that's going to be relevant in the near future.
So you heard it here first. Go buy your land in the metaverse and live out your virtual dreams.
No,
I have no
murder
doubt
meta.
there's going to be something like that in the future. Ready Player One.
I watched that this week, actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
thinking
great
about that.
movie. It's a better book, so you should read it too.
I have that one actually. I want to pull out Snow Crash again and finish that one, because that one is, it's where the term metaverse really comes from.
Right.
And,
It's the original.
Hyper capitalism world. No, it's a cool one for sure.
Yeah.
I need to get back to that.
But yeah, I mean, if you can see and experience anything, why would I just want to stare at these walls?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's actually glasses now that they're developing where you just like click buttons and it changes the colors of the walls. Like I don't want these walls.
Also more augmented reality than virtual reality. Okay.
Yeah. So you can just be walking around and be like, I don't really I want medieval in my home, and so like the milk looks like a medieval thing, and you can pick stuff up, and
that's pretty cool.
it's It's
Well,
awesome.
we're getting to a point where it's like they're getting some of the technology. It's expensive, it's clunky, but like
Yeah.
with how fast things develop, we'll see how far it gets the next couple of years. I
Right.
think it's for
They
all
got some
things.
decent models now. They're just too expensive.
Exactly, they're expensive, they're big. Probably the battery life doesn't work, but 3-5 years, the way we kind of continue.
Then our
on
monkey
this
brains
road.
are gonna explode.
Yeah, well, I was out camping last weekend, and one of my buddies has some like the newer glasses that have like cameras in them and stuff, and they have like speakers in the back too. And it was just wild where you can put them on and you can be listening to music, and it doesn't sound like headphones. It sounds like a speaker, but you take them off and no one else around you can hear them. They're pretty cool, and
That's
it's like.
awesome.
It is good though, because whenever you're taking a picture or video recording, it has like a little white light flick
Yep.
on, or it makes a sound, because it's like
Because it's super weird.
they're like not obvious that they have cameras here
Yeah.
and here, and it's like
I
they're-
think it was much weirder when Apple came out with it,
Mhm.
and then they kind of just forgot all about that.
Yeah.
But now everybody videos all the time. I think if
Mhm.
you reintroduced it now, people wouldn't bat an eye.
Yeah, and so I think that's going to be like the augmented reality is going to start picking up. I could see how that could happen. Like, well, for golf, it's always been you have your rangefinder, but so often now, a lot of my friends, we just use an app on our phone that tells you. So you're going to have
and
that
it's gonna
on
be in
your
the
glasses.
just like when you're watching football and it overlays the lines for people.
Mhm.
Like,
And she's going to be like, all right, how far is that pin? It's going to tell exactly there. All right, that's where it is. Kind of probably pull up the weather conditions, tell you
right,
what the
you're
wind
gonna
is
have like
looking like.
bracelets and anklets so that when you swing, it's like, oh, you swung a little too hard.
See, that's what I need some AI to tell me how to actually get good at golf.
Yeah.
Rather than pay $100 for lessons, let's have Siri tell me what I'm
Just
doing.
keep
wrong.
whacking the ball. Go have fun, bro.
Yeah, right.
What the hell are we freaking doing, dude? You don't need to be a PGA Tour guy. You'll be okay.
How am I supposed to win money off my friends? You know, I got a sandbag, make a bunch
Gamble.
of money. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that when you get good at something, you kill the art. Because you started something because it was fun,
Yeah.
and then it became fun to be good at it. So the training got boring, but you keep doing it so that you can say like, I won. This was cool.
Yeah, winning's awesome.
You
man.
killed the art in it.
As long as you're having fun.
Yeah, I like winning. It's fun.
Yeah, right.
I do like the training too, but
Mhm.
only when I can see the progression,
When there's not
which is why I
progression,
like working out.
or like a non-linear progression is tough, and that's
Yeah.
golf, where it's just up and down, up and down. And that's where I think it gets a lot of people. You're like, I put so many hours in, and I'm getting worse. Well,
Yeah.
just maybe getting worse for a day or two, and then it gets better again. But yeah, the non-linear portion of that stuff makes certain hobbies very hard. So
It actually I crave incremental progression so much that sometimes I think I'm in the wrong career.
Yeah.
I definitely picked it for the right work-life balance, but
Mhm.
I think I should have been a programmer because I could easily sit in a dark room all day just building a code and seeing it work. Like, I could do that all day, every day.
that's what companies want to hear.
Just
Someone
depends on
wants
how
to be
you break
locked in a
down your
basement.
success. Just
Yeah.
depends on how you break down your success or your accomplishments, right? Like incremental success. What does that mean? Right? Just
Right.
little tiny
I
wins.
try to put it in my Excel sheet to. I know exactly what you're saying because I
You make
have
little wins all the time, right?
exactly.
The little life insurance policy, the little brokerage account, the little rollover. Those are very big things. You don't
Right,
get the
and it's
long-
only when I track it all that I see that it's happening every month.
Yeah.
So I have to track it, or else I won't be motivated.
Well,
the
those
first
little
rule of being a
ones.
financial advisor: track your numbers. Know how you get paid.
Well, those little ones, especially with stuff that have renewals and stuff like that, that adds up. And over the course of a career, it's like, oh man, I had like 10 little ones this year that like didn't do anything. Well,
Right.
you keep those, you have 10 other little ones next year, and then 10 other ones. You're 10 years in, you have 100 of these little ones that make up
All of
a
a sudden,
nice
you don't have
little
to pay
chunk
for
of
pickles
change.
anymore. They just pay for
Yeah, there you
themselves,
go.
You know, or whatever. You know,
But
you
no,
get groceries.
seriously.
And also referrals. You know, I have someone who's not even a client that's referred me 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, they should
How'd you
be a
trick them
good
into
client.
doing that?
Yeah, right.
They're just a friend who
No.
just doesn't need my help at the moment. But anyone they know that needs help, they're referring them.
What's an impossible prospect for you? What is that?
Impossible.
Like him, right? He doesn't need your services. What does that mean?
Oh, well, if you don't have the money to be successful financially,
Oh, if you're not making it. Yeah.
Right,
If
he's
you're
just
just
not
paycheck to
making the
paycheck.
money.
Gotcha.
Or like they're making enough money to have a good lifestyle, but there's nothing being saved for later.
Yeah.
And so that, like, I can't work with somebody who I know I'm going to have to deplete their account in
Mhm.
retirement, and then it's going to be over. And then it's Medicaid.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in the world we live in today are just, I mean, paycheck to paycheck, just trying to get by.
Yeah. So part of what I'm doing is with my older clients who've done very well, who have plenty of money, it's shifting their mindset of what legacy means. Because, traditionally you just die and leave a bunch of money to your kids, but your kids are 60. They don't need the money then. They needed it in their 20s. So I'm helping shift assets down, help them buy a house, help them fund the IRAs. Like because like you said, it's so hard to even just to live right now as a younger person.
I mean, yeah, everything adds up. I mean,
And then they tell us we're just not doing it right.
You're just not working hard enough.
I understand. I'm not working hard enough. I gotta work harder.
You're not. How many 80-hour weeks have you worked this week?
What's an 80-hour
One.
week? I don't know.
Well, you need to be
I'm
doing
up at
2
5
80-hour weeks.
I'm up at 5 in the morning and I'm looking at Outlook, and then I go to bed about 9:30 to 10:30, and I stop looking at Outlook probably about 7:30.
Yeah.
You
And
go
that's
outside.
every single day. Yeah, maybe briefly, but it's not.
Sunshine
That's
is good.
about right for where you are.
Yeah.
Like the first 5 years, you're either killing it or you're dying.
Yeah, if you're not if you're not working until then, you're not like you have to be. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. You have to be scrapping for every
Right.
single thing, and it's like you have to be looking at that incremental success.
Yeah, but I think the
Otherwise-
trap with a lot of young professionals is that they get into a career, they think it's a progression, like, oh, I just got to work hard now to succeed, but they're just being taken advantage of, and when they get burnt out, they're thrown away. And they don't know how to spot the difference between the good grind and just being taken advantage of.
It's impossible when you're in it.
Yeah,
You're not gonna know
Yes.
until after.
it is impossible when you're in it.
Yeah.
That's why you have to have friends. You get away, at least once a week. Go hang out with some people and tell them what you're doing. Like, oh, here's what my normal day is, and they're like, wait, what?
That is they condition you. That's not normal.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need perspective, right?
right. Because like you and me, with the work we did and are doing, literally builds our future success. But if you're salaried, sometimes that's true and sometimes that's not.
Yeah, is there upward mobility?
Right. The clearer the path to that upward progression, the more likely it's real. But oftentimes I see smaller companies say, oh yeah, we got this position we're holding just for you, and then you work there 3 years and they hire an outside person. Like, oh yeah, we'll get you next time.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why you see so many people. It's pretty common in the sales, especially tech sales industry. 6 months to a year, it's
Right.
the next job. Just because that's the best pay raise is a new job, right?
Right.
It's
10 to 20%.
Mhm.
You stay, you get 3.
right, and that's just kind of the norm in a lot of company cultures these days. I think sales is one of them, depending on what you're in. But
Right. And ironically, the businesses are doing it to save money, not realizing how expensive it is to hire new people.
right, you
And
hire
train 'em.
someone on, train them, pay for any courses and stuff like that, have them for 6 months, off to that new. Well, it's like, oh, now that I have the certificate, this other job will pay me just even much more.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. But
Yeah,
also
I've
for
been
people,
getting tons of recruiting calls and
Oh,
texts now.
yeah.
So annoying.
That's all I ever get on LinkedIn is like that. Well, it seems like LinkedIn is getting more strange bots as well now
Oh.
too. I reposted our link to our happy hour coming up on Thursday, and
Same.
and I think within 30 seconds I got a comment on it that said, "Send me connection request, baby." Or something like that. Yeah, I deleted that one off there. I was like,
Whoa.
I was like, what is this? Some
What
gen-
LinkedIn you got going on?
I don't know, man. I haven't posted on that thing in a while. It's some generic woman's photo. And I was like, yeah, that's not a real person. Let's just gonna delete that.
Yeah, weird one. The company liked my post too. It was very strange. I don't know. I just got my LinkedIn back, so very.
Did you
strange.
get it taken away from you?
Yes, I was adding too many people to LinkedIn. These were LSU a lot, like people that were going to graduate or just about to graduate, or or just graduated kind of deal.
Mhm.
I was looking, starting careers, young professionals. It's a great, little market to try to reach out to. And, being an LSU alumni, you have, a door in right there. So, I was adding 100 people every Monday. And that's as many
Danny was
people.
sending some wild DMs.
No, absolutely not. None of that. No, you can't. You can only add like 100-something people a week, and I was sending it out every Monday, and they were like, "This is a bot. This is dead." Like, nobody's waking up at 5 a.m. going on LinkedIn, adding 100 people every single Monday. And
But Danny was.
Danny was definitely out there, and I was.
How long did they take your LinkedIn away from you for?
Like over a year.
Really? So now it's Monday, then it's Tuesday.
No, now
then
I'm
it's
not adding
Wednesday.
any more connections. I have there's 2,000 plus connections on my LinkedIn. It's not a bad, it's an okay LinkedIn, but it's just a matter of now farming it,
Yeah.
too. So it's now reaching out to those LSU alumni and starting to do that process and posting things that are relevant to them and, starting something there.
Yeah.
But it was just, I was in a grind to try to maximize my connections and reach out to as many people as possible. And I didn't have a LinkedIn at the start of my career. Zero LinkedIn. So to go from I'm a financial professional and with 0 LinkedIn followers, everyone's like, no, this is a bot. This is definitely not a real person. Even today, I had a meeting with some guy. He's like, you're a real person, right? He'd already given me his social, banking, and accounting numbers. You're not gonna screw me over, man.
Where do you find him, Danny?
Cold calling.
Yeah.
No, this guy's great. I'm very excited to be able to help him out and looking forward to be able to do business with him. But it's relevant, right? When you're cold calling all that stuff, you need to have some sort of background. But
Well, sometimes I'll get somebody call me, and I'm like, "Is this AI?" Or I'll get an email from a client, and it turns out to be legit. I'm just like, "Hey, you need to use more sentences. Like, I thought this was a scam."
Oh gosh, that's funny. I mean, yeah, you have more and more people. The more tools that salespeople have,
Yeah.
more and more of them.
Or you're getting AI Zooms, right? It's like, "Oh, this is the CFO of Amazon. We need you to," and they're doing a Zoom meeting with one of the payroll people. They're like, "We need you to send this check out."
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
some
it's crazy.
phishing scams, man.
Yeah.
Cyber insurance.
you
In
need
fact,
your LinkedIn fixed up, or your email fixed up, dude.
I just had a client who called me and said that they own a farm, and it apparently was on the market for 3 months. Somebody is trying to sell it. They built a website, got a realtor. They were gonna use their fake title company to just collect the money, give them a fake title, and then peace out.
That is.
And luckily they caught it in time, but that's out there.
What's the matter to the farmer though? If somebody got a fake title to his property.
Well, it's just not.
Then you have someone that's out $200,000 banging on your front door saying, "This is my house." I just
Right.
think
And
you
then
want to
maybe
avoid that
get
problem.
slaughtered at that point.
Yeah, but
Definitely trying to avoid that problem. I just couldn't see it being necessarily a problem. You just be like, this is the title to the house, sir. That is not the title.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that from, but we can talk about this in court. Good
Yeah.
luck. But then you're stricken with you being illegal.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like
you said you wanted to buy. Do you have another $700,000?
exactly right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as a farmer. Be like, it's actually $1 million, but it's no. Yeah. Great Thanksgiving episode.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you next month for December's podcast.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas.